Welcome to the Road Legends podcast, bringing you all the latest from Trucker J, Kev T, Luke C, Trucker Jenko, and Scott Andrews.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Road Legends podcast. We have even got some fancy music to get us going. That's how serious we are. In today's episode we have Luke C, Trucker J in the UK, Kev T, and myself, Scott Andrews. Unfortunately, Martin can't be with us today, but he's got a little something special planned. So there is a good reason. So we'll find out a little bit more about him later. So, what have we been up to this week? Luke, how about you start us off?
Yeah, it's been a good week, mate, actually. I had this incident with a girl. I was actually on the phone to you at the time when it happened.
Yeah, you were.
With a girl. And, Jay, you don't know about this yet, do you?
No, it's news to me. Crack on with it.
Right, so I was filling up with fuel at Frankley Services on the M5, and as I was filling up with fuel, there was this truck that went past, and you know when people recognise you and they sort of like give you a double look, and I spotted it. I was like, oh yeah, they've spotted me. I filled up with fuel, paid for it, and on the way out, it was this woman. It was a long blonde hair woman, and she was like waving at me and basically wanted to say hello, but I carried on, as you do.
Basically, you thought you were in there, but you didn't have time.
I was in a rush. I had to get going. And then Scott phoned me, so I was on the phone to Scott, and I was telling Scott about it, and she was behind me for about 10 miles. About 10 miles she was behind me, and I was like, should I slow down? Should I slow down? Like, let her overtake and have a look and see what she's up to. So Scott was like, yeah, do it. So I did. I backed off, and she was overtaken. Anticipation was building up, and I looked across, and it was a bloke.
Shut up! It was a bloke.
Yeah, and it wasn't the same person, but I thought it was for ages. And
Luke built that like we were on the phone for must have been 10, 15 minutes at this point, talking about this, and the anticipation he was building it up like Scott, someone's stalking me, like I'm being stalked. she followed me from Frankley Services, and then is totally someone else.
So that's how my week's been. Thank you very much. Yeah,
that was the only thing that happened.
Pretty much.
Was that
the only interesting thing?
That was the highlight of your week?
Yes.
The fact that you did not see the person you thought you were going to see.
That was my highlight. To be fair, I had a long week. I'd stayed out every night. No, apart from Thursday night. So nearly every night.
Oh, where's my violin?
No, I know. Well, I know. It's part of the job. But it was a long week. I did 4 15-hour shifts in a row. How did I do that, you ask?
Well, can we play the R-tune music now over Luke speaking? Do you remember it?
There we go. That's been a really long intro now, Luke. Should we move on to somebody else?
Next one. Yeah, carry on. Yep.
That was still on the intro.
Well, I did say that was it for my
the
week.
longest intro in the world.
All right. Speaking of long weeks, Kev, you've had a bit of an interesting time.
Ah, yes. Hello, everybody. And it's been my first full week in the Scania this week. It's been quite interesting. I spent last week training somebody to take my place in the Renault. This week's been it's been a steep learning curve, and lots of late nights, early mornings, and frustration. But we're getting there. We're getting there slowly. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Maybe.
It can't be that bad. You're driving a Scania, man. You're a Scania driver now.
Well, yeah, that's the positive. That's the positive. All right, it is lovely.
Super
it is
trucker.
So how long before you get lights and bars on your said Scania, Kev?
It's already got top lights. It's already got LEDs on there.
Gonna get some V8 badges on order.
Already done it, mate.
On a P series?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll call it a P8.
You gotta have the intercooler across the grill.
Can it be a P8?
P8.
Doesn't have the same ring to it, I'm going to say.
Not quite, is it? Not quite the same.
P for penis.
Does it fill you with satisfaction when you flash them and know that the lights are so bright that they look into the other person's soul?
Oh yeah, it does literally burn people's retinas out. It's so funny. You keep because I'm not used to it yet. I keep forgetting, and it's not until you see the reflection of people's high vises almost blinding yourself, and you think, oh yeah, maybe I shouldn't flash.
We got a Scania in our fleet. was new last year, and whenever I go back to the yard early in the morning, like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, it's still dark, innit? And I see one of the boys, I flash him, just a quick flash in the morning, just so I don't blind anyone. And every time I see the Scania, I always do the same mistake, but I always flash him, so he flashes back, and instantly I'm like, oh, that was a bad idea. I can't see anything now.
They're immense. It's literally so different. Like, I drive around early morning. Obviously, it's all back lanes around where I am, and I drive down like up to 350 or something, and literally you can see light for as far as you can see. It's just nuts. It's
crazy. Like, obviously, our fleet, we've got lights of bars, bars of lights, lights of bars on every single truck. And they'll flash you middle of the night. Yeah, okay, it's bright. But compared to the Scania LEDs, the standard Scania LEDs, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Do you know what I would do if I were you, Kev? I would wait until I'm on the motorway where those speed cameras are, and every time a car goes underwater, just give them a quick double flash.
Do you know what? You say that. I've actually been fooled by that a few times.
Yeah.
I'll see a Scania flash. Oh, wait, was that a speed camera?
It is. Like, if you flash, it is like lightning.
There we are. I've never driven one of the new gens. Maybe
and
one day.
And these lights aren't the standard ones that's like in the grille. Don't know, they're about 6 inches long, and there's a pair of them, and they're flat, and they've like got 4 LEDs in each one, and they're in the head visor.
All right, they're like spotlights, but long LEDs. You're talking about, is it?
Yeah. That's right. Yeah,
I've seen them.
Like light bars.
Yeah, they're becoming like more popular these days. I think than conventional spotlights.
I think they look much better on the truck. The LEDs.
If I was to spec a new truck, I think I'd want one of them over spotlights.
Yes, yeah, definitely. They look wicked on like black bars.
Yeah, you like your black light bars, don't you?
I do, yeah.
I know why he likes the black light bars. It's because you don't have to polish them.
Yeah, I don't like chrome. I don't like shiny stuff.
Oh, mate, painted fuel tanks is the way to go.
Oh yeah, I completely agree. Agree.
What is polish?
I expect that question from you, considering as you took a dirty truck to a truck show.
It wasn't in as a judged truck, so I'm allowed.
Well, I took my truck there. It was I took it to the truck wash at Peterborough, the truck show one. Paid £20, drove it to where I was going to park it up, and then missed half of it. So mine was awful.
Money well spent.
Yeah, not.
So, sorry, Kev, go back to your truck. You've got the fancy LED stripes at the front. What else does your truck have? Because I know you go into London a lot, don't you?
Oh, yes. It has a nice window in the passenger door.
I bet that's thrilling to see everyone through that.
Oh, it's lovely.
I see what you did here. I see what you've done. That was good.
A smooth transition.
Yeah.
That's what we call that.
Yes, we are. We're fully DVS registered and compliant.
Yeah, and that's raised a few questions with me, because you said before your truck is technically a 3 out of 5.
Yes, it is. Yeah, even though it's got no cameras.
How do you check that out then?
You can check it out on the .gov website. Just like Google DVS, and it gives you a option to enter your registration, and it will give you a star reading.
So like DVSA truck rating or something.
Yeah, it's like DVS rating or something.
DVS, not DVSA, driver vision standard. Direct vision standard, is it?
Yeah, direct vision standard.
My vehicle is the only one that's out of our depot that can actually go into London. So,
do you have cameras in that then?
The camera's getting fitted. I think next week, or it might already be fitted now. I don't know. It had some kind of software change to it, so it can go into London. Don't understand that. But yeah, mine's going to be the only one that is kitted out to go into London. So I'm guessing I'm going to be going to London quite a lot.
Mm. See, a lot of people.
More than usual.
A lot of people think that you have to have all these cameras fitted and everything else. Whereas I think my truck proves that you don't. Although mine's got much better vision because it's obviously a P series. It's quite low. So the only thing that mine's got is the window in the passenger door.
That's it.
I'd be so tempted to put some kind of window tint on that, or reflective tint.
Yeah, so the height of the vehicle affects it more than, say, the cameras do.
Yes, yeah, that's right. Because mine's fitted with 360-degree cameras, but they're not live monitoring from the driver. They're remote.
Okay, so to be DVS ready or whatever, does it have to be live monitoring?
Yeah, you've got to be able to live monitor it. You've got to have a
All
monitor
right.
on the dashboard and be able to see it.
Oh, okay. You saw.
Hence, so it's like an electronic mirror, if you like.
Yeah. I get you. So it's another thing to look at, basically like a new gen Actros with those
just
mirrors.
an additional viewing device, isn't it?
It's a bit like what tipper lorries have. Every tipper lorry I've ever driven has got some sort of camera on the back that you can view while you're tipping. So,
All right,
like
I didn't know that.
So trucks now have a titty mirror, also known as a step mirror, and a titty window for when you have traffic lights.
Yeah, as well as
Anyway.
a Cyclops mirror and a curb mirror, and everywhere else you're expected to look all at the same time.
Well, how many mirrors are on a truck? You've got 2 driver's side, 3 passenger side, and 1 on the windscreen.
Yeah, that's 5.
Yeah, so you got 5.
Plus a camera.
I've had a look at my star rating for mine.
Yeah.
0.
0.
0. Yeah, you're not going into London without paying £100 a day.
Which is a good thing, I think.
Well, if you don't want to go to London, I mean, it's a great thing.
I think
know-
my company, because we got mainly Euro 5s at the moment, so obviously they're not compliant at all.
Yeah.
But we got one
No, you can go into London. You just have to pay more for it.
Yeah, you have to pay for it. We got one Euro 6, which I believe is having cameras fitted soon, and I think I'm getting the next one, so we'll go from there.
So what we were saying about the window in the door. Okay, I understand why that's there, to see pedestrian cyclists who are waiting at traffic lights, whatever.
Yeah.
My biggest question about this, and anyone listening to this podcast, I'd like to hear from you on your opinion on this. What if you're a general haulier, say, you're going up and down the country, not just into London, but Manchester, Birmingham, out in the country, whatever, and you're nighting out, close the curtains, people can still see you through that mirror. Do you get longer curtains for that section, or how does that work?
Me personally, if I'm going to pull over and have a nap, then because it's just above the door pocket.
Yeah.
So I just put my high-vis coat in the door pocket and it's covered it up then.
Well, yeah, that's a low-tech solution as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it should get annoying like every single time you back up for the night just to jam stuff.
Well,
in
the thing is, to be quite honest with you, your vision out of that window is ridiculous. Like, it's so small. It's like looking through a telescope backwards.
All right.
So for people to be able to see in, they've literally got to have their face pressed up against that window. And to anybody outside, you just look like a ridiculous pervert.
Well, to be fair, who wants to see a cyclist arse in lycra through that little window?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And who's going to look in to see a hairy-ass trucker?
I suppose it depends on the cyclist and the trucker.
Well, the trucker could be wearing high heels and a skirt, you know.
Wow, yeah, there is that.
Yeah, but Luke doesn't do that anymore.
No, I stopped. Yeah, I gave up. Kept getting it caught on the step on the way up, so it kept snapping.
Oh, there we are. Confirmation, ladies and gentlemen.
So yeah, the window, as far as I can see, is quite pointless. Like, I had one in the Renault as well, so I've been driving for a year with one of those windows, and I've never actually seen a cyclist in it.
Yeah, but is that because your truck's lower though? Like, you'll see them through the window anyway, won't you?
No, I can't see them through the window because no, I won't. They're still too low to be seen through the window, through the main window. Yeah. But through the window that's been cut in the door, literally the view is so small that they have to be so precisely sat in such a position to be able to be seen anyway.
I've seen one of those a wagon with one of those windows on, and a mirror for that window as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I don't know if I've seen it online or I've seen it in person, but I've definitely seen one with a mirror on it, which is, I suppose, it's better than.
What do you mean now? A mirror? Where now?
So you'd have the glass in the lower part of the door,
yeah,
and a mirror on the outside of that as like another side mirror.
From above?
So you get the 2 mirrors at the top, the main one and the panoramic, and then another one through the window.
And then you get another one through the lower window, yeah.
I'll
have to find a picture of it so you know what I'm talking about.
I could definitely say I've never heard of that one.
No, I've seen it. I don't know if I've just seen it online or I've seen it in person, but I've definitely seen it somewhere.
So that's the way things are going, isn't they?
Yeah. So what have you been up to this week then, Scotty boy? We've not heard from you. How your week's going?
Yeah, this week's been, well, Monday started off great. I was flying through Monday, and then, you know, when you just get worse and worse and worse, it wasn't my fault, I'm going to say, you know, as much as people will probably blame me, but yeah, I had to pick up from Tarmac in Buxton this week. I think it was Tuesday.
I was in. Sorry to interrupt. I was in. I was right past Tarmac in Buxton on the same day.
Really? Okay,
Yes.
there we are.
And that's why Scott's day was so bad.
Carry on.
So you sabotage me. No, but I turned up to site at 2:30, and basically first time there, so you got to do inductions, you know, like, yeah, fair enough, learn health and safety, blah, blah. Had all my safety gear with me, hard hat, made sure you had lace-up boots, not rigger boots, and goggles, all that, so happy days. Did the induction, but it didn't go through their system for some reason, so I had to do it again. By this point, it was gone 3:30, so where I needed to load, closed loading at 3:30, and I think when I officially finished my induction, everything was good to go. It was about 25 to 4, and they would not have it. They would not send me down.
Oh dear.
So anticipating the phone call to the boss was like, yeah, boss, they're not going to load me. What do you mean they're not loading you? You know, it's one of them. So after many, many phone calls between a lot of people, I basically had to come back 6 o'clock in the morning. And so I was chasing my tail all week then. And I mean, it's one of those things that we experience it as drivers. It's
all the time.
like, it's not something you have to deal with again for another 2 years because the induction lasts for 2 years. So, you know, and we know it for next time as well.
The worst thing with that, though, I find when I was doing general was it would take one thing like that to happen. If it happened at the beginning of the week, you do literally spend the rest of the week chasing your tail. You literally end up finishing later and starting earlier. Because it's put you back that time rather than working normal hours. You then end up working half the week as a night shift.
Yeah, totally agree with you.
And I think a lot of these places don't realise that as well.
I was quite lucky with the rest of my week because the following day, the Wednesday, my job was to deliver that load I loaded, load the trailer again, and then deliver one I loaded on Monday. And the boss had to reload the trailer for me. So basically all the work got done. It just dragged out the day a bit longer, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sounds like you've had an easy week, to be honest.
Oh, what happened with you then? Go on, tell us.
Actually, I have had an easy week. To be fair, I've just been doing lots of distance. I've been up to Scotland and back a couple of times. And then I'm on my 3rd day off at the moment, and I've mostly been drinking rhubarb and custard gin. Sounds
You're
really
always
nice.
going on about the rhubarb and custard gin these days, aren't you?
Yeah, it's fair. It doesn't sound like a man's drink really, but it is. If you like refresher bars, then yeah, go for it.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my week really. I've just had a pretty easy week, but I'll go back in tomorrow. I've not texted work yet to see what I've got planned. I will give them a call because they sometimes forget to plan me. So I'll go in there.
I was going to say, you'll
Sometimes.
find out at 7:30 tomorrow morning after you've been there for 2 hours waiting for someone to come in.
Well, that's it. Yeah, that's it. You go in and you're like, have you got any paperwork? And they're like, who are you? Like, I've worked here for like 5 years now. Or you go in there, or they'll tell you the night before, and I'll go in there and they'll be like, right, where's my truck? Oh, I don't know. Can you track it? I don't know how to do that.
Probably.
Oh, come on. But yeah, sometimes that starts my week off pretty. It ruins.
I suppose it's fun working for a big company when those issues present themselves.
Yeah, I mean, I tell myself all the time, and I think you said it to me before, Scott. You're getting paid by the hour.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if they want to pay you and not work you, that's their problem.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, I did forget something actually. I forgot something from last week. I parked in Birkenhead, and
Oh, here we go.
I've parked in a couple of places in Birkenhead, and I seem to get a knock at the door from the night workers. So last week I thought, right, I'm going to park.
That's the warehouse staff, is it?
Well, I don't know. I don't think the warehouse staff know. What do you call them? What's the official name?
Warehouse operative.
Pause. I don't know what the official
Ladies
name
of
is.
the night.
Ladies of the night, that's it, yeah.
Working girls.
Working girls, that's the one. Anyway, I decided to park a bit further away, and I still got knocked on the door. So, top tip for anyone who's parking in Birkenhead,
Don't.
don't. unless, you know, you want that.
Yes, but anyway, trucking news. Something very, very important is happening well, maybe not right now, but it's happening. The Scania 770Ss are coming into the country. They're starting to come in. Who's excited about that?
Yay.
Okay, then.
I have seen a bit about this on some of the Facebook groups and stuff.
Is this where everyone starts buying up all the S770 regs?
Mm.
Probably, yeah. If
I might drive one in the next 5 years. Who knows?
Yeah, let's keep saying that.
Yeah, I probably won't, because my next new truck is not that. But carry on.
My next truck is definitely not that, but there we are. But yes, a company in Shrewsbury, I think, has taken delivery of one, so they are coming in the country now. So
Out and about.
They'll be out and about. Just
What I will say is, if Scania want to invite us to Norway again, I'm more than up for it.
And by us, you mean more than just the two of you this
All
time, right?
Yeah, all of us. Yeah, all 5 of us. That'd be amazing.
I must say, the only reason we didn't go this year was because of COVID. I can guarantee that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Luke said, all 5 of us, even though Martin isn't here now. So do we know what Martin's doing, but...
I don't know what Martin's doing.
Do you actually not?
Is that him at the door? One sec. Oi, guys, how the devil are you? No.
Look. Do your best Welsh accent again.
Hey, boy. It's raining here. That's
West Country.
that was absolutely nowhere near.
Oh, Luke, I love your accents. His Scouse accent's brilliant as well.
I just can't do accents. I can barely speak English. So. Accent.
As we speak, I've just got my work list for tomorrow.
Oh, somewhere exciting.
Wow, that's early.
No, not really. It's kind of boring. It's to the port and back to the yard several times, and then back to the
you
port.
love them.
Oh, and then to Norfolk.
What's in Norfolk?
Potatoes.
Ooh.
Flat
Chips,
nothingness.
glorious chips.
Ditches, potatoes, flat fields, and that's about it, really.
Windmill.
Wow, this is a thrilling first edition of the Road Legends podcast, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
The Broads National Park is in Norfolk as well.
We've already resulted to talking about chips and potatoes.
I think we need more subjects to talk about, and that's something that potentially our audience could help us with, is it not?
Yes, our audience could send in their trucking stories or just anything that, pet peeves, anything like that. The email address to send those to is roadlegends@yahoo.com. So please send those in. We look forward to hearing from every one of you.
Give us something to talk about.
Yeah.
Or just generally something to moan about.
Yeah, moaning. Truck drivers are great at moaning. You can find anything to moan about.
But yeah, just send your emails in. It doesn't have to be truck stories. It could be anything. Just say hello, birthday messages. Send us an email, and
we're free for birthdays, weddings, bar mitzvahs.
Well, I might get myself on that Cameo.
Oh, I think we should get one of Barry Chuckle on here. He's doing stuff like that now, isn't he?
He is.
So that email is roadlegends@yahoo.com. Please send us your stories. We look forward to hearing from you.
On whatever format you're listening to, it should be in the description.
I'm new to this podcast thing. I don't know about those things yet.
I don't even know what we're going out on, to be honest.
Well, I think this is going to go out on all the normal podcast platforms.
Yes, on everyone's favourite podcast platform, we're probably there. If we're not, then look somewhere else.
Would it surprise you to learn that I've never even listened to a podcast ever?
Yes, and for that reason, we will probably be going on the Road Legends YouTube as well.
Yeah.
Oh yes, we have one of them now. Everyone subscribe to the Road Legends on YouTube. I think we have maybe one video.
Yes, so yeah, the podcast will be going out on the Road Legends website, Road Legends YouTube channel as well. I think that's where majority of people are going to listen to anyway.
Yes, but we hopefully will be doing a lot more projects now together as lockdowns are lifting left, right and centre around the country. So everyone share this podcast, share the Road Legends YouTube channel, and we should be entertaining you all for many, many years to come. That's the idea, anyway.
Well, we've not got anything set in stone yet about what events we've got coming up, but we are in talks. So there may be some stuff coming up this year that we'll let you know as soon as we know it's
a few big truck shows, a few small truck shows. We're all over the place.
Obviously, we were a bit quiet last year. What with the pandemic, we're hoping to get back on the map this year, aren't we?
Well, yeah, that's right. And things are slow at the moment because although at time of speaking, we're gradually coming out of restrictions, aren't we? There's still a lot of restrictions in place, which are going to be over the normal time of the truck shows and things like that. So we know that because Peterborough's already been put back to August, hasn't it? So
yeah. Well, there we are. That's the thing. Maybe because things will be quieter at the start of the year, maybe the events that maybe don't get as much light towards the end of the year, maybe they'll be busier. Who knows?
Yeah. I've missed the shows though, so it would be good to maybe try and get back to doing some again this year.
Oh yeah, I went to one show last year, and that was Truckfest in Malvern. To be honest, I was surprised it went ahead, but it was a great feeling when we were there. To be fair, even though it was not anywhere near the size it was usually, but it was just nice to have something. But
I like the shows and stuff, but I mainly enjoy at the end of the day when we finish doing meet and greets when we're having a beer with a barbecue.
I miss the shows, but I miss you guys more than the shows, if that makes sense.
I
know. Get your little violins out, I know. But like, out of all of you, I've seen Kev the most recently, and that was in Norway, January 2020. So over a year ago now. And then the rest of you guys was like Chepter Mallet a few months before that.
Have I not run into you on the road yet? Oh no, we didn't actually meet. I drove past you and you filmed my truck, didn't you?
Something like that. When I was unemployed, yeah.
No, it was after that. I was you drove the Type R past me. Oh crap! I mentioned the Type R.
Yes, the Type R.
No.
Yes. And I had an MOT today, and it passed first time. No advisories. Don't bring up the Type R.
Well, as you know, I've just had some modifications done on my car, and it's highlighted a problem. I need a new clutch and dual mass flywheel.
That's not a problem.
Well, it was on its way out anyway, but now it's got extra power. It just can't handle it. So, guess how much for the first quote? £1,470.
Oh, isn't there a conversion for that? It takes it from dual fly mass down to just a normal clutch.
I don't know. I don't know.
There isn't a lot of cars.
Because that would save me money.
Yeah, probably half the amount.
£400.
Yeah.
Well, Kev would probably know because he's doing a project car himself now, aren't you, Kev?
Oh yeah. How is that car going?
Yes, the car's going very well. Actually, my scrap car that I rescued from being scrapped, the little Fiesta ST, is going well. Failed its MOT to begin with, as I thought it would do.
You knew that it was gonna fail on the MOT, didn't you?
Yeah,
always
that's
with
right.
a go though, isn't it?
Yeah,
just wanted it in black and white.
I just wanted to treat it as a pre-MOT, just so that I knew what I had to fix. Then that's all that was.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because if you fix it within 10 days, it's free or something like that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
What was wrong with it?
So it failed on discs and pads, which I knew it would do because they were rusty where it's been sat for so long. And it had 2 snap springs as well, which I wasn't worried about because they were the 2 things which were next on the list to replace. So I replaced that, and I think it was Wednesday. I put it in for a second MOT, re-MOT, and it passed with flying colours, no advisories, and I've been razzing around in a little ST ever since.
So was the springs snapped, or were they modified Halford style to sit in the McDonald's car park and blend in with the other boys?
No, that's how they are. That's how they are now.
All right.
That was the end goal.
Yeah, no, they were actually physically snapped because it had actually come over the seat and was halfway down the shock absorber.
All right.
I'm going to say that's bad.
That was pretty bad, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We don't like them.
No. So yeah, so I've probably got about 5 more videos planned with the Fiesta. We got some exterior body mods to do. We're going to have the obligatory valeting video. I've got.
Can I say I'm honestly really looking forward to that.
What else have we got? We've got an exhaust, an air filter. That's another video, and then I'm going to do a little road trip at the end, finish it off, and then I'm going to have a video sort of breaking down all the costs and how much it costs me to
road trip, eh?
Get the car. Yeah, I'm just going to do a little tour around the country. Only like, I don't know, might do 2 days or something, just to capture the car in some some nice picturesque B roads.
All it takes half a day to come to Wales.
I'm going to guess Snowdonia, not London.
No, I'm probably going to go to my closest popular, which is Cheddar Gorge.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah, no, it's come together, and I'm just looking towards my my next scrap car project now.
I think you felt really lucky with the reason why that car stopped working.
Oh God, yeah,
just amazing that it was just that.
Yeah, I literally fell on my feet with that one. I'm not expecting that to be that easy. Next time, I'm expecting the next one to be probably an absolute load of crap and it's going to cause me massive headaches. But
so we know the story how you recovered it because we saw it in your video. How long was it actually sat for? Do you know that?
I think it was a couple of months that it had been sat.
Yeah.
So not really that long. But like the brakes,
it was enough.
Yeah, the brakes were wank anyway. They were real worn down. They would and yeah, so yeah, bollocks to it.
Is that it now? Swearing's on the table.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Well, that's not like it's not like the C bomb and the F bomb, is it? That's like,
before we started this, we were like, what words can we say? What words can't we say?
Yeah.
That wasn't one of the words that we talked about, was it?
Yeah. No, yeah, but it's fine. It's not, it's not too harsh.
Yeah. So
wank is not too harsh.
No,
it's too British to bleep out.
Yeah, it's natural.
Don't wank too hard.
your next project then. I mean, obviously you're going to be keeping your eye out, and you won't really know what it is. Have you got an idea of like an older style Nova or a modern?
It's definitely going to be older style, but I either want to do either rear wheel drive or at least turbo.
Do an EP3 or something.
Nice. Well,
that's neither rear wheel drive or turbo.
I know, but
what about an MX-5 Mark 1?
Yes, the MX-5, that's on the list. That could be as a possibility.
Do you ever recover those?
Yes, we get lots of MX-5s through.
Really?
Is that with the rotary Wankel engine?
No, that's the RX-7.
Oh.
Or RX-8. MX-5 is a little rear-wheel drive convertible sports car thing, 1600.
Oh, yeah.
Mazda. See,
Mazda, yeah.
I know the brand.
Yeah, and because a lot of them have rotted from the ground up, so we get a lot of them come through.
Yeah, my housemate's boyfriend had one of them, called it Maddie, and it was awful. It was just awful.
Yeah, it might. I've been trying to keep my eye out for a 1 Series BMW. I quite fancy one of them.
There's some good mods you can do with those. I believe you can get those supercharged because a lot of people get the supercharge off that and stick it on the Mini, the old Mini, and it
that's
goes straight on pretty much.
Yeah.
I was literally about to say something with the old Mini would be amazing.
You say mods on the car there. My Corsa, I drive a Corsa.
How long have you had that Corsa?
15 years? It would be 15 years though. It's been a while. Yeah, but it passed its MOT now this week. So I was kind of hoping it would fail because one, it'll actually push me to get a new car. And secondly, it was just, I wanted something just to mod just for the sake of modding. And I don't mean upgrading the exhaust or whatever. I mean, I just want to stick an air horn on it and just see if I can wire it up without,
So you want to be a wannabe trucker on the way to and from work as well?
Pretty much, yeah. Stick a bull bars on, a couple of LED lights. You can go good at a Corsa, right?
You can go park outside rugby truck stop and spot the Stobarts.
That does remind me of those transits as you're driving around on the motorway and stuff that have got all the LEDs, all the running lights, and
yeah, you see a few of those at truck shows and truck festivals.
They look smart.
They have a category, don't they, at the truck shows? Most of them,
yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
Light commercial.
Yeah,
There's
so on.
quite a good community, like all these people who kit out the vans.
Yeah.
I don't think they want to be truckers, but
No, I don't know.
No.
apparently they do have quite a good few meets, get-togethers, and all that stuff, and it's supposed to be quite fun.
There is one of those I see quite often when I go up through North Wales, and to be fair, for what I assume is a pretty old Renault van, it's got a private plate on it, so I'm not sure, but it looks pretty nice, and these guys, they keep the vans in just as good shape as we do our trucks.
There's one that I see kicking around. It's got a picture of Luke on the side of it, if I remember rightly.
That's a Mercedes Sprinter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you prick. You're talking about the one with Shrek on, yeah? Yeah.
Got Fiona on the other side.
I'm going to do what everyone else says. You're not a road legend. You're a bell end.
Oh, that's a I've not heard that one yet.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. That actually took me a couple of seconds to get, and then when you said it, it was like, oh my god, that's so obvious.
Scott, you're my Fiona, mate. You're my Fiona.
He's looking like
really?
Scott's looking like Fiona with that hair today.
Oh, thank you. I agree with myself.
John, talking about MOTs, I picked up a car yesterday, a Ford KA. So yeah, I know it was a Ford KA or Ka, depending on what part of the country you're from.
Ford Ka.
28,000 miles. She'd owned it from new. Old lady.
How old was it?
Bloody hell.
It was a 2008.
28,000 miles.
Yeah. And she took it to the garage for its MOT. It failed, and the garage told her that it would probably cost more than the car's worth, so she scrapped it.
On what was it?
For 28,000 miles.
Yeah, it probably needed a little bit of welding or something like that, I think.
That didn't do the clock and then came back to 28 now.
Nope, that was it, 28,000 miles.
2008.
Yeah.
That's better. You do the math there. It's better than your car, Scott.
Yeah.
Well, mine's on 139,000.
My Mondeo is on about that, 140,000. That's a little project for the future for me. That one.
Your Mondeo's mothballed, isn't it?
It is.
It's mothballed in another country.
It is. I drove it to Spain. It was parked up for 6 months when I bought my new car. Literally the day before, I put air in the tyres, got the starter pack out, jump started it, and loaded it up with a Wix kitchen. I had a door on the roof, a double glazed door on the roof, on a roof rack that was kind of bodged on, and I drove it 1,000 miles. Didn't miss a beat. It was great.
To be
Did
stored.
you do a video on that?
I didn't know. I didn't do a video on it. No, because it was.
I'm sure I remember a video from you saying Trucker J not in the UK and you drove to Spain.
I don't know. I might have done that.
Yeah,
but I
you've done
might be
something like
coming
that.
back from Spain in a different car.
Okay.
So now it's being mothballed in a less harsh climate, gaining value.
It is, yes, because it's got the 3-litre V6 engine in it. It's got a few things that I don't want on it, like rust or speed bumps. And it's got an LPG kit on it, which it doesn't work anymore, and I want to get rid of that. I actually want to put a supercharger on it when I bring it back to the UK. I want to keep it stock standard as it is. It's a top of the range one for its time. But it's gonna be
a bit of a sleeper.
Well, it looks like a granddad car. It looks like a stock Mondeo, but it's got every optional extra you could imagine on it.
Yeah,
so
those ST24s are pretty loaded, aren't they?
Yeah, so it's got more kit than the it's got the same engine as ST220 as well.
Yeah, 220. Yeah.
So that's a project for the future, hopefully.
I'm thinking about modding my car. There's something called a B pipe I want to get hold of, and
what's that? Where does that go?
Between the exhaust tips and the exhaust manifold.
That's a
the downpipe.
Are you telling us this, or are you asking us this?
Or is it a cat back pipe?
Yeah, something like
Yeah, something like that.
Have you ordered it off Wish?
that. No,
Yeah.
it's from Twigger or something. It's 350 quid. It's got a slightly larger orifice, and it just allows more flow to go through the exhaust and makes it a bit louder. That's all.
I tell you what I want, and you may laugh at me when I say this. Obviously, my current car's a diesel, but you can buy an active exhaust that kind of goes between the back box and the rest of the exhaust.
Yeah.
And you can change it how the car sounds through an app on your phone. And it's not a speaker or anything. It uses the car's exhaust.
Yeah, it's the exhaust is on a valve, and it just blocks off the valve using the app.
Yeah. Even though it's a diesel, you can make it sound like a tractor or a bus or a Ferrari.
I don't know if I'm getting this right, but doesn't Tesla, like, obviously Tesla is a very electronic car, but can you actually change the sound of the horn with an app on that to literally anything?
Yes.
Really?
Yep, that is right. Yep, you can do.
I suddenly want a Tesla.
Yep.
I just want the Tesla horn.
I know people that have made it into like a fart noise, so they drive down the road and just fart at everybody.
Right, so I did not have an original idea.
I'll change it to a woman. I'll change it to a woman screaming.
Talking about Tesla drivers.
Oh god, that'd be horrific, wouldn't it? Driving down the street.
He said woman, not cat.
Oh yeah, good point.
Can you do that noise again, Kev?
No, I'm not going to do that again.
Go on, peer pressure.
That sounds like a bird.
With regards to that B pipe I was talking about, that B pipe goes from the OEM front link pipe and goes to the rear muffler section.
Right, okay. Oh, so it's just
straight pipe.
Just straight pipe in one of the silencers.
Yeah.
How much?
$350.
Is it what? Is it stainless?
So you keep the standard rear muffler on there.
Yeah. So the back looks the same. It's just underneath the car. It is stainless. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say if for that much, if it's not stainless, then you're getting ripped off. Just go and get a piece of scaffolding pipe.
Highest grade 304 stainless steel, TIG welded.
I've just got a cat back system given to me. Obviously, it'll come in on another car. But I looked up the value of that. £600.
Wow.
New.
So is that from Charles Trent then? Because obviously they do all the parts as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So I went to Charles Trent and I said I need an exhaust. So if anybody wants any uprated parts or any standard parts, then go give Charles Trent the call.
We got to get that plug in there, don't we?
Is this? Are we sponsored by Charles Trent on this video?
Probably something we could arrange.
Next week on the Road Legends podcast, brought to you by.
Yes, we need some sponsorships.
Pay us money and your name will be here.
Yeah, if anyone wants to sponsor us.
Yes, yeah. If you want your name to be heard by by five people, listeners, then sponsor the podcast.
At least 4.
I'm hoping it's going to be more than that. I mean, how many subs do we have between us? I mean, it's got to be
over 100 grand.
100,000.
100 grand?
Yeah,
Wow.
sorry. Just
I'm sticking with my original answer of at
giving
least
away our
4.
salary there.
It's about 1 million. No, it's more than 1 million views, isn't it?
I tell you what, mate. If I earned 100 grand a year, I wouldn't be making YouTube videos.
Why not?
I would. I'd still be making them because I enjoy making them.
No, you just like people to look at you.
Here we go. Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Not for the money.
I'm not in it for the money. I do it just because I enjoy doing it.
Money's
Where's
good.
the money? Give me the
Money's
money.
good.
Money,
Where's the
money.
Let's see it. HEV is sponsored by this company,
Everybody.
that company, this company, that company, this company, and their cousins.
I don't know
for the money.
I don't know you keep track of all these sponsors. I mean, this is the reason I don't have a sponsor. Is I've been offered many times, but the reason I don't have a sponsor is I just can't be bothered.
Yeah.
It's just too much effort.
I'm the same. I'm like, I just like to make videos. And if I've got to make videos and I've got to mention this company and what their requirements are, and then the next company, I just think,
and then they'll make you wear silly hats and jackets or whatever. No, just Luke have to wear a silly hat and jacket.
No, I don't have to wear anything, actually. No.
Oh, no, please wear something.
Please wear something.
Especially if you've got one of those windows in the door.
No, we say that about the sponsorship, Jay. I actually turned one down this week because they required a commitment of 12 months. Eventually, that was changed to 6 months. I just felt like I couldn't do it for that long.
You going to say who it is?
No, I think I better not.
no.
Nah. Good choice. I can't remember who it was now.
Well,
yes, I can. Yeah.
It was a major one. So
Yeah, it's a very well known one.
Yeah.
It's a very well known. But basically, I turned it down because I could talk about it once, but then after that, it just feels forced, and like I don't think I can keep up with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Almost all of us are working with a major brand, but we can't say absolutely anything about that yet, can we?
No.
Yeah, by the way this podcast is going, I don't think it'll be even listened by anyone.
Well, do you know what though? It'll kill someone's 45-minute break time, won't it? While they're in the truck waiting
There we
to
are.
unload.
On a long journey, put some Road Legends on.
Yeah,
You're
that's
golden.
right.
Anyway,
No.
sorry, we were going back to mods. To bring the topic slightly back to trucking, I want a new horn in my truck, but it's not like a regular horn. It's one of those. Sorry, I can't whistle, but one of those whistling horns.
Oh, like they call the Turkish whistle.
That's the one, yeah.
They're about £5 off Wish, mate. Probably won't last long though. They're
the-
electric. They're not air.
Well, they're both. The one on our DAF is, I think it was like 15, 20 quid. And yeah, he fitted that. And when you first hear them, I'm thinking that is so stupid. But then when you listen to it a couple of times, it's like, damn, I kind of want one of them now. And that's kind of what's happened.
I've got air horns now.
The horn on my Renault is just a standard horn. I don't think it's a air horn. I can't tell if it's a air horn or not. But I would like to change it out.
How can you not tell?
Because it's kind of between the two. There's no definition of like air horn or just a standard beep.
Do you mean you can't tell if there's like air starts up to push through it? You mean?
Yeah, well, I think it's just an electronic one, to be honest. But it is fairly loud, but it just sounds boring. It's just a Renault, isn't it?
Chances are it is an air horn, but it's not what you think an air horn should be. If that makes sense.
I need to find it and swap it.
I just
What do
got
you
a
say,
standard
Kev?
DAF one,
Yeah, that's an air horn, kind of.
kind of.
What do you say, Kev? You got one in yours now.
Yeah, I've been a year without an air horn, so it's nice to be able to blast people now with an air horn again.
Oh, instead of people looking around and thinking, "Where's that forklift coming from?"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the Roadrunner was what people used to think was coming up behind them.
So what did your little Renault sound like?
Meep meep.
Oh yeah, I noticed, Kev, like on your when we speak on the phone or whatever, and you go over the line in your Renault, it kind of makes a klaxon sound, like a clicking sound, doesn't it? Like the line. Well, since mine's been updated with this software to go into London, mine now does that as well. The exact same sound.
I tell you what, it's
super
I tell you
quiet.
I tell you what it exactly sounds like. A child's toy electronic tank. You know, the ones with a little red flashing barrel on the little red flashing light on the barrel.
Oh yeah.
And it goes. That's exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah,
when we first started hearing that, Luke was working with Earthline, and in his messages, you'd always hear the CB going off. I genuinely thought you had the same CB in yours, and the four of us were always taking the mick out of Luke for having his CB on all the time and it going off, and then I hear yours like, that is such a hypocritical thing to do. And then I was like, oh wait, no, it's the lane departure. There we are.
Yeah. Thankfully, I've got rid of that now, and it's a much more subtle one in the Scania.
What's it like in the Scania?
But it sounds like you're reenacting fart noises now.
Yeah.
To be fair, we're about one level above, but it can easily stoop below. So, guys, any upcoming plans you want the audience to hear about? Kev, how about you?
Oh, plans. No, obviously I've got more plans with the Fiesta.
Yes.
Slowly getting to grips with the Scania. So hopefully my videos have taken a little bit of a dip at the moment, whilst I'm concentrating more on the job, which is
Still
more
getting
important.
used to the truck.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So hopefully the level of quality should come up, and we should be getting on with that again.
There we are. Jay, how about you?
There's no real plans really. Just plodding along as usual. Hopefully to go to maybe some shows this year. Meet the fans again. Enjoy doing that. But I might be getting a new truck this year as well. But apart from that, there's nothing that exciting. The truck's just going to be the same one, only newer. So I'm not excited by it.
Fair enough.
It just means it's going to be cleaner.
Yeah, there are rumours I might be getting a new truck this year, but then again, there's rumours they might extend the fleet for another 2 years. I don't know. Extend the life of my one for another 2 years. So, who knows? Luke, any plans?
There isn't really any plans. No. I'm due a new truck, so I'll be getting a new truck sooner or later.
Yeah,
Brand new second-hand.
Would you do a brand new second-hand truck a lot earlier? I know your colleague had a new one.
Yes.
I meant the one after that. I think that was. Did you say that was due in February?
Yes. Just setbacks. So it's on its way. They've been upgrading the current trucks. I don't know if you've seen pictures recently. It's got low bars on now. There's going to be a visor bar being put on, so it's being blinged up a little bit.
Oh, nice.
The old girl. So yeah, new truck in the future. Obviously same as Jay, and truck shows. Looking forward to going to truck shows this year.
Yes, hopefully all those will go ahead. Looking forward to meeting everyone who will come see us as well.
And looking to more sort of imminent things I'm doing. I'm about to finish this podcast, strip down into my boxes, and jump in the hot tub.
Well, that's a mental image we just don't need.
If you need photos, I can send.
It's okay. I think we bleeped all that out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's something I got next week. I've got to get used to a new sat nav. I've got a new TomTom being delivered. Other sat navs are available, but this is all linked up to the truck system. So it does. What is it you call it? All the truck systems that it's linked up to. It's not analytics. It's hooked up to.
Oh, like the
GPS
Garmin does, but it just gives you all the truck stats and when's it's due for service and.
No, it does tracking, and it does all the if you does do the harsh braking and all that lot.
Telematics.
Telematics, that's it. It's all linked to. It's a TomTom that's all linked with telematics, and it all is all linked to the transport office. But I'm also trialing. The reason I've got a new one is I'm trialing a new system, which would be interesting to start using from Monday. Whereas what it will do is like the Amazon system at the moment. So you'll get a text message saying, like you with Amazon, saying that your parcel is out for delivery at the beginning of the day. And then you get another text message saying that the driver is an hour away and with a link to track. So you can track where your parcel is. Well, this TomTom's going to do exactly the same. It's all going to be automated so that when I turn the sat-nav on in the morning and start my first journey, all the customers will get an alert that I'm going to be on my way and their car will be collected that day. And then when I'm within an hour of their proximity, the TomTom automatically texts them again to say that I'm an hour away.
Well, hopefully you don't need a break after they've got the text.
Yes, this is going to be some teething problems, I think. Especially if there's two cars within an hour proximity of each other, which is quite often happens. And like on Friday, a car takes me an hour and a half to load because it's a right pig. Then and then another half an hour to get to the next. It's going to be 2 hours out of date by then, isn't it?
So it'll be like KFT is 1 hour away, 45-minute break.
Yeah.
Then drive an hour.
They zoom in on seeing where you are, and you're like local Costa coffee or something.
Yeah.
Come on, it's not going to be a Costa with Kev, is it? It's going to be a Greg's or a Subway.
Yeah.
Always the Subway.
Yeah.
That's got me really riled up. For those of you who don't know, it seems that Subway have decided to close every one of their stores in motorway service stations. I don't know why, specifically motorway service stations, but obviously as truckers, we like a Subway, especially myself.
Scott loves a 6-incher, yeah.
Now I did have
that went down like
I just had no words for you after that. Yeah, but anyway, we like a Subway, and truckers going to motorway services all the time. Never one open. See, the smaller ones, the dedicated stores, they're all open.
Well, I'm finding it's not just that. I mean, a lot of the services I've been going to recently, there's literally nothing open apart from Costa and WH Smith. So then you have to go and buy a really expensive, BAP or sausage BAP or whatever you get from Costa, and it costs a fortune. And some of them have got the KFC and the Burger King and that open, but a lot of them haven't, and it's just annoying that when you just
I know what you mean.
I was really lucky because I had a Subway which was open, and it used to really wind Scott up, didn't it, Scott? That I used to get a Subway every morning. But now one of those good breakfasts have opened up next to it, in the stand next to it in the services, and the Subway's closed.
Isn't that
Alright.
good one? Is it just Harry Ramsden's rebranded?
Yeah. So it's just a bacon and sausage bap that costs about £25.
Good
I
value.
had a good breakfast on Thursday morning, and
Wow, did you take out a loan?
wasn't that good actually. The hash browns were nice. Don't get me wrong, but the good breakfast was not that good.
I think I was having one of those when you just popped into the services, Scott, on the M6 a few months ago.
Was that on the way up to Scotland?
Yeah. I was heading out of
yeah.
Scotland. You was heading into Scotland and just
Yeah.
appeared.
I think that was the last time I met one of you.
That's when you had your Scania clothes on.
Oh yeah, that was the day in the Scania, the mighty R450 of ex-Asda spec. Brilliant thing that was.
Fleet spec, lovely, can't beat it.
Poverty
To be fair,
spec.
to be fair, to drive, that thing was amazing. But up the
They
hill,
are nice to
God,
drive.
No.
No.
No, I wouldn't like to have it all the time. I mean, that did have problems considering the curtains on one corner didn't like to stay on the rail. Like the rail was actually snapped, so it was a bit, in the middle of the
Scanias
night.
actually are really nice to drive. Like that next gen that I've got now is like going from that Renault to that next gen Scania is literally like going from a Metro to a brand new Audi A5. It's just so nice, unbelievable.
You know, I can't say I've ever been a fan of Scanias. I've never disliked them because whenever I got one, it was a great truck, did the job a lot better than some of the other brands. But I would never say they were over the top, the greatest. But that I'm talking about the old gen now.
Yeah.
And then this new gen's come out, and I'm hearing a lot of people saying who weren't fans of the old gen, the old R series, that the new gen is just completely different.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and it's from a driver's experience, not, because a lot of trucks win Truck of the Year because they're, fuel efficient and, from a management perspective, they're, awesome trucks. But from a driver's perspective only, the next gen Scania is hands down the best truck that I've driven.
Really?
Easily.
So, how's it compared to the FH? I mean, I'm a super fan of the FH, if I'm honest.
I'm a massive fan of the FH. The FH was so comfortable to drive, and it had everything well laid out, easy to use. But in the Scania, it definitely feels much more premium. Everything, all the materials are all soft touch. And it is like being in a premium Audi. Do you know what I mean? Everything's quiet and smooth, and it's just so nice.
Yeah, well, it's like the Renault.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just going to say that agreeing there. The Renault I drive it's just so tacky, and it's like there's no soft plastic in there at all, and it's just
like the Renault. On the Renault, it's like, and then you get like. On the Scania, and it's you done that on the Scania, you wouldn't hear it. It's just so it's difficult to explain, but like the whole Golf thing that they went through, the advertising with the Golf few years ago when they clunked the door and you knew it was a Golf. Do you know what I mean?
I remember that. Yeah.
It is
Sounds
just
like a
like
Golf.
that. Yeah. Like any other door you close, and you close a door and it's got like a rattle to it, whereas this is just a donk. It's just so nice.
So what you're saying is it's the Golf of the trucks.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Audi.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Definitely.
Well, like I've only driven I say new loosely now, it was a 14 plate, the new FH once, and I do remember it being an amazing truck. But
Yeah.
I've never driven the new gen Scanias. I've not really experienced one of the current gen trucks, the S-Way, I've experienced the new MAN, the new TGX, and it's all right. I mean, it was a case of, I believe, 2 steps forward and then another 2 steps back.
Yeah.
So they've improved on some things, but made other things worse.
Yeah. So I don't know if mine's feels extra smooth because mine's got air on the front, and I've not driven a next gen without air on the front. But
I drove a DAF with air on the front, And I can honestly say I didn't see any difference between air and springs. To me, the comfort was exactly the same. But the DAF I drove with the air on the front was a tag axle, and people say tag axles are a bit bumpier than usual, so maybe they just even each other out.
I think that DAF XF that we all drove doing the video shoot for DAF, I think that may have had front air.
That did have air on the front.
Did have, yeah.
And it's like floating on the cloud, and that's exactly what the Scania feels like.
Yeah, and I'm on leaf spring on the front.
Yeah. Like an old cart.
It is, yeah. It
the only thing that's missing is the wooden wheels.
To be fair, quality. On my current MAN, the 18 plate, which is the previous generation now, I've springs on front, and I got to say, comfort is not an issue. It's perfectly comfortable. So there's a lot of variations into it. I think.
I think the springs are adequate as long as the cab suspension is really good.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Because I know on some of especially the taller Gigaspace Actrosses, at least the older gens anyway, when you turn a corner, the whole cab on its cab suspension will rock with it.
Yeah.
So
you start to feel seasick.
You didn't mention what was Martin doing?
Oh yes, we mentioned Actrosses and new trucks, didn't we? So
it's a secret, isn't it?
I'd leave people read between the lines.
Secret, can't say.
It's very special. So for those of you who are interested in whatever Martin's getting up to, please tune into his channel.
Keep an eye on his social media.
Chances are you'll probably know about it way before this podcast is out, but there we are.
Depends how long it takes Scott to edit this podcast, to be fair.
Well, Scott.
Anything like his videos, and it will be July next year.
I wish you were wrong, but you're not.
Well, I am doing a bit of a Scott at the moment. I've got about 4 or 5 videos that are on YouTube ready to go. I've just not released them yet. I've also got a videos in the camera ready to go online and get edited. I've also got an editor doing some editing for me as well. So.
Someone's at the big time.
Oh.
Well.
Got an editor. Wow.
An editor. To be fair, it's a school kid who's obviously whilst they're off with when the schools were closed. He just approached and asked if he wanted to.
Oh, that's nice.
So I said, yeah, go for it. Paid him for it.
Gives him a bit of experience, a bit of pocket money.
Yeah, he's done 2 videos for me. So I've not checked the other one out yet. I've not even downloaded it yet. So yeah.
Do you want to just email me his details?
Yes, I'll send over his details.
Suddenly, this one guy is getting like 5 YouTubers editing a video for him. He's like, "Oh my god, what have I done?"
Well, yeah, as I say, he's just learning. He's got the editing software. He uses the same stuff as me, so I can say something to him and he completely understands it straight away. So yeah.
Oh, good.
So he's on Mac and not PC, basically.
Yeah, he's on a proper computer for editing.
It's no good for me.
Yeah, no.
How much you paying him?
None of your business.
Well done, Jay. Well done. Don't be lured into it.
I had an editor once, and I paid him £50.
It was 60 actually.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It was Scott.
Did you really?
Yeah, I was off for 2 weeks, and I thought, why not? And then as soon as I started, I was like, why am I doing this?
Oh, you actually edited his videos?
Yeah.
Yeah, I paid Scott £60 to do one video. Yeah, trial it out.
And how did it go? I don't know which video it was.
Well, I've not wanted to do another one since, so.
It was alright.
Well, do you know what? If I was gonna, to be fair, Scott, if you was gonna do one of my videos, I would get multiple audio tracks, multiple cameras, angles, just to annoy you.
To be fair, compared to mine, he was very simple to do, but
I'm very simple.
Yeah. Well, you said it, not me.
Yeah.
But yeah, compared to mine, the video process was pretty simple to do, but because it wasn't me, I was very conscious as to what you wanted. And at the same time, like I said, I barely have time to edit my own. So to do another one is pretty much out the question.
Well, I mean, I paid him £60 to do it, and I didn't lose any money, so leave it at that.
So you're actually out of pocket because of the time and effort it took to film it?
Me, I wouldn't say I was out of pocket, but I definitely wasn't.
Luke.
No, I wasn't out of pocket. No, I didn't lose any money. No.
You broke even on it.
You do throw your money about quite a lot, Luke. I mean, you've even had your own unique audio made. You used it about 10 times. You had a whole song made, and you used it about 10 times.
Yeah.
And then you went back to the old one that was free on YouTube.
Yeah. I like to spend money. I bought one of those phone gimbal things, 100 odd quid. I don't know what it was. I've used it twice. I took it to Daft. Do you remember? And it was on the table and it was filming.
I'll buy that off you.
Yeah, you can have it. The problem I had with it is I got a new phone, but this was before the iPhone. Now I got the S10 or something, and it didn't support it.
Oh, did you not support your current phone?
Well, I haven't tried it in over a year, but I'll have a look.
Right.
What phone did it work on?
S9.
Oh, my S8 will work. Give it to me.
Yeah, that works. And to be honest, it's a good device. Hey, I tried. You can have it for 60 quid, Scott.
I see what you did there.
Oh, in edit.
So anyway, we'd like to thank everyone for listening to this first edition of the Road Legends podcast. Only 4 of us this time. Of course, Martin Trukajenko wasn't with us, but I'm sure he'll be on in future episodes, won't he? Yeah?
I'm sure
Yeah.
it will be.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the thing as well. It might not always be all 5 of us on. It might just be 3 of us or 4 of us, because obviously we've all got very different schedules. But we all want to be on it as much as we can. So we'll go from there, really.
Yes, of course. And don't forget to send all your trucking stories, good, bad, and the good, bad, the ugly, to roadlegends@yahoo.com. We'd love to hear from you. So from all of us, that's bye for now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye.